Hi, today we're going to be going over the problem why did the cow cross the road 3 in the 2017 February bronze contest. A brief overview of the problem is that basically Farmer John is making all cows that are entering his farm go through a what do they call it? A gate where they get questioned, and so the end cows enter at different times, and they take a different amount of time to answer all the questions and pass through the gate. So, and basically we're trying to find what the latest time a cow will enter through the great gate is. So basically what the solution to the problem is we will first sort all the cows based on their arrival time. So here it would be 2, 1 first, and then 5, 7, and then 8, 3. And then after that we will loop through all the cows, and basically if we see in the sample input, when the cow enters at time 2, it takes 1 unit of time, so it will not affect the cow that enters at time 5, because obviously 2 plus 1 is less than 5. But this cow that enters at time 5 takes 7 units of time, and so that will affect the cow that arrives at 8, because 5 plus 7 is 12, which is larger than 8, and so the cow that arrives at 8 will have to wait until time 12, and then it will take 3 units of time, so 12 plus 3 is 15. And yeah, that's basically it, so we'll get coding. So we're going to be using a structure for this problem. We could use a priority queue, but I think that might be a little too advanced for bronze. So basically this comp function will allow us to sort the vector based on the arrival of the cow. So we're going to initially set the very first element in our structure to 0, so that later on when we loop through and we're incrementing and updating our values, we start at 0, so it'll make sense. So basically what this will do is just sort using the composition function we defined above. And yeah. So here we're going to check if the cow's arrival, so if we take the sample input, if let's say, well, we can start at the first cow. The first cow that arrives is time 2, and if this cow's arrival is, let's see, this cow's arrival is before the arrival of the previous cow added to the time it takes for the previous cow in the queue. So in this case they would both be 0 because there is no cow, but when this cow at time 5 arrives, we're going to check. So the cow that arrives at time 2 takes 1 unit of time, so that's 3, and so that will not be affected. So 5 will just be, 5 won't be affected. And so in the if loop, if statement, we're going to put, so when the arrival of this cow is less than the arrival of the previous cow plus the time it takes for the previous cow to answer all the questions, then we're going to update the time to however long it takes for the previous cow to finish. Yeah, so this way, in this case, so cow that arrives at 5 won't be pushed back because 3 is less than 5, but the cow that arrives at 8, since 5 plus 7 is greater than 8, this value will now be 12. And so, oh, I forgot. We're gonna basically print the very last arrival time of the cow in our structure along with the time it takes. So sample input, it will be, okay, so if we run through the first element as we initiated up here is going to be 0, 0, so 0 plus 0 is less than 2, so it will not go through the if statement. And then we go to the next cow, so 2 plus 1 is less than 5, so it will not go through the if statement. And then for the final cow, since 5 plus 7 is greater than 8, we'll update 8 with 12, and then our answer will just be the arrival time, which will be updated to 12 in this case, plus the amount of time it takes. And yeah, that's it. Oh, looks like yep. We made a error, and we also made one right here. hopefully this will be the last time. And yeah, so that is why did the cow cross the road number 3, and thank you for watching.